Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numythrandor, and Stygian Onslaught has reset once again, so let's dive right in and see what we're dealing with. Lord of the Hidden Depths. Okay, lunar reactions to deal with this one. Shock Trooper again. Emperor of Fire and Iron. Alright, so Numythrandor will deal with the Emperor of Fire and Iron. I'm either going with Flynn's, or possibly Clarand to deal with the Fireblade. And full-on Lunar team to deal with the Hidden Depths. Annoyingly, I didn't check to see whether this had reset yet or not, so I wound up burning all my resin, ironically grinding artifacts. That came back to bite me right quick. Let's see. So, let's come up with a handful of teams now, shall we? I won't be trying this for the highest difficulty. Just enough so that I can get the Primo Gem rewards. Honestly, the higher end stuff really isn't worth the trouble. So we'll start with the Emperor. Oh, and would you look at that, they give us Numythrandor by default. So let's see. Should we use Farina? Well, since I'm not doing the higher difficulties, it ought not matter. In which case, this team ought to do just fine. As for this one, I worry that his shield would mess with Flynn's. So instead, they actually give us Flynn's to use. Interesting. But I stand by my concern about it, so instead we'll go the Clarand setup. Let's see. And Yelan to round that out. Now for the Lunar team. Considering the look of it, I'm assuming that this thing will be resistant to Electro. So in that case, we will go for Dendro. And naturally, we'll be including our lovely Columbina. Okay. And with this lineup, we don't have any repetition, no repeated cast members. So, we'll see how this pans out. Depends entirely on how the numbers are slanted. A boss fight that's easy in the overworld can be a nightmare in here.
Leave. No more lies.
Alright, so that is not going quickly. And that definitely has electro damage on it.
Flame. With one heart, equal. Can't hide the truth. Time to come clean. It all adds up.
Looks like I waited a little too long. So never took a hit right at the end there. Yeah, like I said, made the mistake of not checking. So we won't be getting any real rewards out of this other than the overall reward for beating the challenge at all. Alright. On to the Fireblade.
Use of force authorized.
Quietly now. Ha. Illusion shattered.
Hold the line.
Ready.
Nice how I can literally dodge all around him, just with Claren's movements.
Here comes the cat.
Warn you!
Busted.
Like violence is the answer.
Shine down. Looted. Time to testify.
And down he goes. Not actually much of a difference in time, though. Oh well.
Send.
On to the crab. Thinking on it, Neuvillette will have one minor bit of trouble with this, in that he's only going to get one stack. Or at least, one extra stack, since I have him at C1.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Get to work!
Because of that pyro barrier.
Settle down.
I wonder... And, yep, they're definitely the easiest one. Literally, half the time, just over. Alright. And that's the bosses of Stygian Onslaught dealt with. As I said before, I personally don't see a point in going further. The amount of min-maxing you'd have to do to beat these at the highest difficulty isn't worth the minuscule rewards you're given. If they gave you 10 wishes for beating all of them at the highest difficulty, that would be a different matter, but they do not. All we get are these Dust of Enlightenment, some Mora, and some EXP books. If I remember right, you do also get potentially some cosmetic weapon skins. But as I understand it, those disappear after every onslaught rather. Disappear after every onslaught changes. So, again, not worth it for the sheer hair-pulling annoyance of these fights.
Melusines are beautiful.
And with that, I'll bring my coverage of this Stygian Onslaught to a close. Very short, very simple. So, if you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. And, as always, have a good day.